Hey, what's up? I'm back. Just got out of the shower and I'm feeling a lot better. That sickness caught me, but I'm kicking its ass for sure. There's like mucus in my chest I'm forcing out, and I got a bunch of mucus in my nose. Ah, shit. Excuse me. Sometimes it's been making my head hurt, giving me headaches, both nostrils running, fucking mucus in my chest. But I've been really working to get rid of it. It's doing alright. I'm kicking its ass for sure. But I didn't expect it to get a grip on me, but maybe I underestimated this opponent. um, so I have to get this off my chest because I think it's something I have to grow out of right now. I've been really paying attention. I've always paid attention to the story I tell myself and the meaning I give things. And, well, this week, starting tonight all the way through Thursday, and hopefully not Friday or Saturday. I'll explain why here in a minute, but I work graveyards through this whole week. 10-hour shifts, which isn't so bad. And, well, I've been really kind of having this anxiety this whole weekend because I was just thinking and feeling like, oh man, I'm sick and I can't sleep that well. I'm having a hard time staying up on these weekend nights to get myself acclimated, and I'm having a hard time staying up because I'm sick, all that kind of stuff. And well, today, on the day where I'm supposed to go to work later at 7 p.m., I'm realizing that all that's doing is just kind of killing my vibe, you know? I can't let that happen, man. I started like dreading going to work. I can't let that happen. The meaning I give it should not be in a bad light. This is a really good paying job. I am definitely, I was telling my supervisors and bosses and myself that I am interested in working overtime and graveyard and all that because I want to maximize the amount of money I can get because I don't plan on being there for too long. All right. I have yet to like mention any of that because I don't want them. I feel like that would be a bad thing to say. All right. uh, and I say that because if in 6 months is when I'm technically going to leave, if which I'm pretty sure they won't be, if they're not allowed, if they won't let me go to the UK and come back and still have the job, or like if they're not okay with it and they don't let it happen, or they're like, you can only go for this amount of time, like, I'm out, son, because I ain't gonna be locked down like that. Sorry. So I'll quit so that way I can come back if I want. But I'm really gonna full send this Amazon thing. All right. This first paycheck, I gotta get my car in order. I gotta get the tires. I gotta uh, get the insurance and figure that stuff out. Gaskets, oil change, because one of my gaskets are leaking oil like slowly, but it's still not worth it. So I need to change my gaskets, all of them. Just fuck it. Uh, so this weekend, usually we don't on the job. The Fridays and Saturdays are and Sundays are off, but Fridays and Saturdays are reserved for overtime. Like the whole time is overtime. And when it goes by the people who have the least amount of hours, they get picked for mandatory overtime unless they volunteer. Unless there's enough volunteers, then there's no need for mandatory. All right. Well, I I ain't working Friday and Saturday because my brother's wedding is on Saturday. So no, I'm not gonna work those days. And with that being said, like it's the only big thing that's gonna be happening the entire time I'm working there. The entire time I'm working there, that's the only time I'm really gonna call off until nearing March of next year. Well, there's that. So, watching the meaning I give it, because I want to go to work happy and like motivated and with the goal in mind and just ready to go, which I've done it now. I feel it in myself that it's no longer an anxiety, it's more like I'm like ready, you know? I'm like, hell yeah, let's go. I'm not worried anymore, so that's good. Uh, Taking a shower, I was thinking to myself for these past couple days, I didn't take a shower in like 2, 3 days, 3 days, okay? And it was because I just really didn't have the motivation or the energy to get up and like do that stuff. I was just kind of laying around and kind of wallowing in my sickness, all right? Well, the whole time I was doing that, I just knew. I was like, when I take a shower, it's gonna feel really good. It's gonna make me feel really good. I just kept thinking, like, I'm gonna have to remove this mucus shit. And I did quite a bit. I turned on a hot shower for a while, let it hit my chest, started breathing in that air, sat in there for a while, got hot, and like mucus started coming up. Just letting it happen, man. And then after I felt like satisfied from doing that, I turned it cold, and oh man, I already love cold showers, but in that moment, it was so worth it. Felt so good. Um, Excuse me. So, I had a dream last night that I was fighting for my life. I was like captured, and it was kind of wild. It was mostly melee. There was this one part though where it was really scary, and it was in. I don't know if it was in the beginning or in the end. I'm not sure. I hope it was in the beginning, when I was captured. It felt like I was captured. A homie, not even a homie. This guy had a sword right here, and like he was gonna shove it through my head. Okay, and I was in my dream, I was like preparing myself. At first, I was panicking. I was like, "Oh my god, I know that how this is gonna feel. This is gonna fucking suck. It's gonna be slow at first and painful and burning, and like my brain's just gonna get fucking weird until I'm dead." And I I changed it. I was like, instead of panicking about it, like I don't have a choice. It's gonna happen, so I'm just gonna accept it. I'm prepared for it. Like I know how it's gonna feel. That's got to be some comfort, right? Uh, I don't know if it actually happened, or if I just imagined it so hard that it felt like it happened, you know? I don't know. That was interesting. That was the most significant part of that dream. I do remember fighting a bunch. I found these like golden gauntlets. I know they were not gold, but they were on the outside. They were colored gold, and they went down to like right here. And I was sword fighting people. I killed like 3 people, and then came across this like guy. To me, it felt like I hated this guy a lot, and he seemed like a leader type. And I remember he had an assistant with him, like helping him with like operating on him like some sort of medical thing. I think he was like sick or something. I didn't care. I wasn't just gonna murder him right outright though. For some reason, I was like, come with me, and I didn't kill the assistant because she seemed innocent. So whatever. Um, I gave him a sword and we fought, and I fucked him up real bad. But I remember after I fucked him up, his assistant tried to kill me, and maybe that's when that was the one holding the blade to my shit. I don't know. That was an interesting dream though. Definitely fighting for my life. It was kind of wild. So, yep, that's where I'm at. I'm sitting like this because there's concrete, and that shit is cold. I'm barefoot, alright? Holy shit. Uh, that's about it, guys. Well, I hope, uh, I hope you enjoyed. I'll have to catch you again when I feel called to talk to this camera. I really like doing it. like I said in my other videos. So I'm sure you'll see me again. See ya.